Think back to the year 2008. The MIA song Paper Planes is playing everywhere. All I wanna do is, and you know the one. And Sam Ross is in a bar creating a drink inspired by a cocktail called The Last Word, which in some ways is the same, but in some ways is completely different. So what we're gonna do today is explore that cocktail, and today I'm gonna show you how to make the Paper Plane. So when I said the Paper Plane is kind of the same as The Last Word, but also completely different, what I mean is it contains a spirit, a citrus, and 2 liqueurs, all coming together to be very balanced and very complex, despite being quite simple on the surface. So whereas The Last Word, we've got the ingredients across the front: gin, lime juice, maraschino, and chartreuse. We're gonna be substituting these out for the ingredients in a Paper Plane. So the spirit, we're subbing out the gin and bringing forward bourbon, which has a much rounder, more kind of toffee-like characteristic. For the citrus, we're taking out our lime juice and introducing lemon juice, which is a little bit less acidic, allowing it to feel a little bit sweeter in the final drink. And then our liqueurs, we're getting rid of our maraschino and our chartreuse, and we're gonna bring forward Amaro Nonino, which is actually specified as a branded product in this because it has quite a distinctive characteristic. And then finally we had Campari, which Sam actually thought brought a little bit too much bitterness to the drink. So he substituted this out and introduced Aperol, which is a kind of sweeter, lower ABV, lower bitterness product. And then we had the Paper Plane. So this is an equal part drink. It's gonna be a shaken drink. And what that means is you can scale it up pretty much as far as you want to. I'm gonna be doing 25 mils each, but you could do 30, 35, 50 if you wanna make a couple of drinks, or you could even scale this up into a big old batch and just shake it to order whenever you wanna have it available. So keep it in your fridge, shake it when you like, and easily done. You can have a really delicious cocktail within seconds. So I'm going with 25 mils each. First of all, our bourbon, which has those really nice deeper notes, whereas obviously gin in The Last Word is more botanical and light. 25 mils of freshly squeezed lemon juice, which is our acidic note in the drink. 25 mils of Amaro Nonino, which is actually a quite light Amaro, so it's not super bitter, but it does have some bitterness in there. It's got some spice and some citrus in there really nicely. And you can experiment with different Amari, although just be mindful that a really kind of big, dominant Amaro is gonna really overpower the drink. So we don't wanna kind of take over the other ingredients. So Amaro Nonino is delicious, but experiment with this and see which you prefer. And then finally, in with the Aperol for those really nice bittersweet citrus notes. A little bit of orange in there, grapefruit, blood orange, and a little bit of complex spice as well. So just before we shake up our Paper Plane, a couple of notes on the variations you can make to this drink to change the dynamic slightly. You can change your base spirit. You could use rye in there, which is going to be a little bit more spicy generally, or play around with lots of different spirits. And a flavor I think really works nicely in this drink is actually coffee. So I made a riff on this called a filter Paper Plane, which I'll put above, which has a pretty different characteristic with the coffee kind of tying it all together. But now we're going to shake up our Paper Plane and then get that one served. Fine strain into a chilled Nick and Nora glass or a coupe glass. And you can see it's got that really nice color and a little bit of texture in there as well. It's a very vibrant and alive drink. Garnish with a paper airplane, because why not? And there we have a bittersweet, lightly spicy, really rich, but ultimately very well balanced drink made with equal parts ingredients called a Paper Plane. So enjoy that one, everybody, and see you in the next episode.